Now recording.
The following podcast may have adult humor,
swear words,
innuendos of a adult nature.
making fun of me.
That's a given. Everybody looks forward to that. But just know that you have been warned. Hey everybody, this is Richard here. Unfortunately, Jesse and I could not get our schedules to line up properly for both of us to record. So I'm going to be talking to you about a tabletop game that is a ton of fun today. Before I get into it though, please be sure to go and support Infinity Pig. They are the producers of the Titans, which are a really extremely useful tool when it comes to tabletop gaming. Especially for sighted people, as you can use them as spell cards and, placeholders for like health and things like that. And we are working to make them more usable for blind or visually impaired players. And, they will do wonders to make like walls and doorways, because you can twist them and that opens the door. There's several many ways you can use these, and you can also use them, with Braille. Type out your spells, and once you use it, turn it so that the blank spot is facing you, and you know that you have used that spell. Really, really useful, and be sure to, like I said, check out their link. It is in the show notes, and use the promo code KOTB, all capital letters, 2023 to receive 25% off until the end of February. But I want to talk to you about a game that I recently had to leave the game due to some personal reasons, but nothing with anybody in the game, just some health related things for myself. But having played in this game, it is a lot of fun. And as always, you got to have the right party, and, everybody work together and make it, that's what makes the game. But, you got to have a good game master as well. But let me talk to you about, this game. It's called Mutant Year 0, and it was myself, mostly blind gamer, Danny Marie, myself, Taryn, and Jim was our game master, and we had Dez come in, and some other people. Theo came in right before I left, and like I said, unfortunately I had to leave, but I was having so much fun with this game because it is in my wheelhouse of the post-apocalyptic setting, which I just find simply fantastic, and just absolutely just love that type of book. I love that type of game, the type of movie, things like that. It's just what I like. But now, Mutant Year 0 is brought to you by Free League Publishing, and according to their website, which is where I got this information from, it is on sale right now for a little over $49. This is for what I am thinking is like the print book as well. You can likely get the PDF version much cheaper than that from TTRPG. I did not go there to check the price, but usually when something costs that much, it is the printed edition. If you're sighted though and want to pick this up, according to many of the reviews that I read, the artwork and illustrations are just fantastic. Well worth, spending that kind of money on the actual physical copy of the book. Now, when it comes to this book, I guess you could say the synopsis of it is that it goes back to the core of the Mutant franchise and to the back to role playing, being a role playing game. And what it is, the apocalypse has taken place, and you are a heavily mutated human, and I believe it's like a nuclear bomb or something. I unfortunately did not start off session one with um, Jim whenever he was running this game, so I'm not sure where he actually or how he actually said the apocalypse came about. Not sure that it ever really came about actually, in gameplay or anything like that. But it's after the apocalypse, and you live, depending on which game style you start with, you live in the Ark, which is like basically your base of operations, and it's an isolated community basically. And I know ours was when there was it was like a ski resort because there was a ski lift and um, things along that line. The outside world to you is full of chaos and full of the unknown. Outside of the arc, you are in what is called the zone, which is basically the rest of the whole big wide world. Um, you don't know where you actually came from. I know I was playing Novger, who the main person that we were hunting, Novger began calling him his daddy. And Nogger was all about Nintendo because he had found a controller and a magazine, and that was his goal in life, was to get a Nintendo and Mario Kart. And we actually did come across that, and found a Hummer, and had a Nintendo, I believe it was a Switch in there, that had Mario Kart in it, and had a lot of fun with that. Like I said, you have two game environments, which is the Ark, and the Ark basically, like I said, is an isolated community, which is where you live, survive, defend, you know, and you can have it full of like politics, like backstage stuff where there's backstabbing and trying to grow and lots of intrigue. We had a lot of that going on with Cole and the Elder, and that can be a lot of fun as well. And it brings along something else that you have to pay attention to and be aware of. Very much, according to the website, very much a Lord of the Flies essence to it. And I really didn't think about that while we were playing the game, but that really does fit very well. It really has that kind of ambience to it. And like I said, it is a lot of fun. Dark, gritty, and be prepared to die in this game. Your character, you can also, the Ark is not just only where you live, but you can also improve it through different means. You can help prepare it for war. You can help to prepare for trading, for food production, for entertainment. Novger was, on the entertainment, which I believe would fall under culture of the game. I don't actually own the book, so I'm going by the website and what I've gathered from play. So I think it would be under culture. Jim suggested this to me because he knows how much I like wrestling, and Novger was able to build up the Zone Wrestling Federation. And he had Dandy Ravage, who was in there, and he was like Novger's right hand man. But it was a lot of fun to build that, as the game progressed, and There was other, arcs or art projects being built and worked on. And what I really like about this game system or this gameplay is that the players can all work together for one project, or they can work separately on a project, get it done quicker. Jim would also have us roll at the end of the session to see how many lived, or how many had died during that session. Now, the other environment is the zone. And like I said, that is like the big wide world outside of your home. Think about like you living in your home or your apartment and you're going outside. It is unknown to you. It's full of chaos. To put it in one single word, it's scary. You're looking at this from your mutated human standpoint. It's extremely scary. It's likely deadly, but you still have to go out and, scavenge food, look for artifacts, make trade routes. You're hunting like other survivors, and you're gonna come across a lot of enemies. Unfortunately, I cannot remember the guy's name that Novgar and the party came across. That he really reminded me of Crocodile Dundee, and he was just fantastic, and I loved the interaction with him. We came across some plant people that, the plants are like sentient. Really, really enjoyed it, and like I said, a lot of that has to do with your game master, and I pick at Jim a lot, but he is phenomenal when it comes to running a game. He puts a lot into it, and I, for one, and the rest of the party is really appreciative of the extra effort that he puts into it, and you can tell by the way that he runs it. He's really good with descriptions. He doesn't give you too much. He, gives you enough to let your imagination, work in, in the world as well, and really good at answering questions if you have some. And according to the website, the book or the materials that you order for the, I would assume it to be in the PDF as well, has two maps, which are London and New York. But you can also, put them, even use your own hometown as a base, or anywhere else that you want to do it from. I really enjoyed like creating Novgar. The process of actually creating the character is it's not extremely fast, but it's faster than building, other characters in systems. And I mean, this is coming from somebody who can, create a D&D 5e character rather quickly now. The process in creating, just say, Novgar for Mutant Year Zero was really slow, because I was reading through every different thing, deciding what I wanted, where I wanted to put what where, and things like that. But that's on me for making it slow. And the more that I would build a character, the faster it would get. Obviously the more you do something, the repetition helps create it, make it faster and faster. There's several different quote-unquote jobs that you can be in Mutant Year Zero. Novgar was a dog handler, so he had a little teacup chihuahua that he called Atari. He could send him into battle, although the one time that I sent him into battle, he almost died, and the party got a little upset with me, like, don't do that again. And getting into the headspace, it's like he loved Atari, and kept blaming, like, whenever he'd mess up on Mario Kart, he'd blame it on Atari. But there's several different classes or archetypes or jobs, however you want to put it, in Mutant Year Zero, which is a lot of fun. Like I said, I was the dog handler. There's a gearhead, there's a chronicler, and several others. There's a bunch of mutant powers, which I just found, just all kinds of lovely. And one of them was insect wings, which is what Novgor had. He could use them to fly. He could use them to make others feel uncomfortable. He was also a rot eater. But there was a human magnet one. I don't think anybody in the group had that one. But I think one of us had acid spit. I know some of them could like read or influence minds. I think there was a one that could do fire. But there's several different mutations in there, and they're kind of chaotic at the same time, but really, really just interesting. This game also uses like a skill and conflict kind of system, which is where you're out there in the zone, and you can gain rot levels, and you can gain permanent rot, and your economy, your currency, yeah, that's a better word, is bullets. Well, I mean, not only would you have to use your bullets like in your gun or as weaponry that fires them, they're also what you can use to buy things like I know we bought a camera. We bought it was a Polaroid camera. We bought some film for it, and you spend the bullets, which you're stuck there like, I can get this for these 10 bullets, but if I come across an enemy out there, I won't have any bullets left. So it really makes you think about what you do. And what I really like is you're not a superhero in this game. You are a mutant that is more than likely going to die. And according to the website again, it has a story generation system that really helps the game master. I never asked Jim about this, but about the generation system, because we were working to try to find Novgor's daddy, basically, is how he viewed it. And there's in this game, but there's a lot of artifacts that can be found throughout the zone, and wherever you venture forth out. And I know it was made at least around 2015, because that was what one of the reviews said. And that they're going to be coming out with more expansion packs, and I believe that they have by now. And the best way to sum this up was looking at some of the reviews that the website had, and one reviewer mentioned that it was like a desperate survival, and that's true, because Novgor only had like one health, or like one hit point, however you want to look at it. You get hit one time, you're down, and I like the nitty gritty, and your actions having consequences, and things like that. Another reviewer even said that this is likely the best post-apocalyptic survival game that there is. And having played this one and another one that I will review at another time, Bork, I think is how you say it. I always say it wrong. I think they're very evenly matched, But this has been my review of Mutant Year Zero as a player. Like I said, ton of fun, great game master, great party. We all got along really well. Just all around a lot of fun. And if you've never played this game, I suggest that you see if you can find someone either running a play-by-post or running one that's, on Discord or over some other way like that. A lot of fun. I think if you're into the post-apocalyptic stuff, then you will extremely enjoy it and will be wanting more. Thank y'all for listening. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And check out the blog at www.knightsofthebraille.com/BLOG.
This episode is brought to you by the Knights of the Braille and is made possible through the support of viewers such as you. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to get all of the latest information and episodes. Thank you.